Hi there! Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Olivia and I'm an indie game developer. I'm currently making a game called Surf Club, which is a coming-of-age adventure game about a woman named Holly who returns to her hometown to try and rekindle an old relationship. I realized in my last video that I didn't describe what my game even is at all, so I just thought I would pop that in here at the start. This video is going to show a week in my life as a game developer. You're going to see me doing some 3D modeling and working on a couple of scenes. It's my first time recording like a full week of work in my little studio, so I guess you'll see how that turned out. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get something out of it, even if it's just, you know, a bit of comfort, a bit of maybe background noise. Feel free to work along with me. In this clip here, what you're seeing is me writing down my tasks for the week on Sunday night. I should be doing this more often. I should be doing this every week, but I have been struggling a lot with like my anxiety lately because there's still like quite a lot that I have to do for the game. Some days I sit at my computer and I'm just like paralyzed with fear almost. I'm just being completely honest, like sometimes it's just so overwhelming, like picking a place to start, especially because I'm in the director's seat, I suppose, with this game. And I don't necessarily have anyone telling me what to do. Like I have to figure out how to prioritize my tasks and manage my time. So I wanted to just go through the week in advance and like break down all of the things that I wanted to get done into to-do lists for each day. And yeah, it really helps. It helps everything feel a lot more manageable. So yeah, thank you so much for being here and I hope you enjoy the video. I think I look really tired today. It's Monday the 16th of March. It's about 1 p.m. I've been working since about 9 this morning, which I'm really happy about because the last few weeks I've been like sleeping really bad. I've been super anxious and it's made my days quite like unproductive, but I'm feeling really good today and I'm really determined to have a positive and productive week. The work I did this morning was all admin-y kind of things. I'm gonna move on to some 3D modeling. I have a scene that I'm working on now that involves a lot of different like little household items that I have to model. I'm gonna do some sketches of the 3D models that I wanna make, also just as an excuse to work on filming this. But also just as a way of like warming up before I go into Blender and don't know what I'm doing. Yep, I'm gonna get started on those sketches now. All right, I finished all these little sketches that are probably incomprehensible to everyone except me. I'm gonna start 3D modeling them now. Yay! All right, I think I'm gonna call it for a day. It's 5 o'clock. I just made these 3D models. They aren't textured yet, but they're just some little bathroom items. They look pretty cute. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's quite early, but I'm feeling quite tired. I'm still trying to fix my sleep schedule, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it so that I can feel rested for tomorrow. And I mean, I finished everything on my to-do list anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go relax. Actually, before I go relax, I'm just gonna check my to-do list for tomorrow so that I'm not going in completely clueless. It's gonna be mostly animating. I'm gonna take a break from these models unless I have a bit of time at the end of tomorrow. But we'll see how that goes. Today is Tuesday the 17th. It's 11 a.m. I'm talking a bit funny because I have a retainer in at the moment. I think all of the tasks that I have for today are pretty achievable. I want to do some animation work. I want to do some more 3D modeling work, but I'll do that towards the end of the day. At 12 o'clock, I have a meeting with Pebbles, my assistant animator, just to go over scenes that I want some help with animating. It's a lot of like, because Surf Club has like a lot of NPCs, and so it's a lot of their animations that I want help with. Just wanted to quickly address while I'm talking to the camera at the moment. On my last video, I got a couple of comments about how I'm able to work in indie games, like how I'm able to make my game full-time at the moment. I wanted to just like briefly address that. So my game Surf Club, it's funded by VicScreen, which is a government funding body here in Victoria, Australia, and they help support a lot of indie games that are coming out of Victoria, like my state. They are a big pillar of like support in the local community. They've supported a lot of the indie games from Melbourne that you might be familiar with, like Goose Game, Frog Detective, maybe Cult of the Lamb as well, I'm not sure. I, a couple years ago, applied for funding through them. Like I did a whole pitch and everything to be like, hey, I want to make this game Surf Club, and I want to get financial support to make it. Because otherwise it's really hard to make games, you know, if I'm juggling a million things at once. And I got it. So most of the funding money that I got is towards, like I'm putting it towards like hiring a few people to help me. I have a programmer and I have a musician. And so thanks to VicScreen, I can get their assistance with the surf club without having to pay like out of pocket and fund it myself, which would be like impossible. And usually like the whole time I've been working on Surf Club, which has been about 5-6 years, I have worked other jobs at the same time so that I'm not just like spending that money on myself. You know what I mean? Like I want to use money that I can get for Surf Club to put towards people who can help me, because I mean Surf Club's like my baby, so I would work on it like anyway. I am not doing any other jobs at the moment just because I'm so close to finishing Surf Club that I'm like, you know, I'll just use money that I have in savings or whatever just to pay rent at the moment, just to get it finished and just put all of my time into Surf Club. I would really like to in the future like make a more in-depth video about how I got to this stage where I can even successfully apply for funding for my game. And yeah, I would like to give a really detailed breakdown of like my career up to this point, I suppose. But I might have to wait a couple of months just until my workload is like a bit lighter with Surf Club. That's like a brief summary of my situation, but I'm definitely keen on like explaining it in more detail because of course it sounds very like, I mean, it sounds very unbelievable, and it kind of is. Like, I'm very grateful that I can say that I got funding to make my game. I hope that gives like a little bit of insight, but again, I will go into it more at some point in the future. I wrote down in my to-do list all of the animations that I want to do over the course of the week. You can't even see that, but I'm just demonstrating that I write this stuff down. Time for my meeting. Nene's joining me. Nene, are we having a meeting with Pebbles? All right, I'm gonna show you the scene that I've been working on. Obviously, I don't want to spoil anything in the story, but I'll just say this is a scene in the game where this house is being like packed up. Yeah, so you saw me before. I was opening up these cupboards, putting these moving boxes in, and doing just a few things to make this room look a bit like disheveled. So I've got like some mugs here. I've moved like this little coffee table. So these props that I'm 3D modeling, these are going to be used in this scene because the characters are going to be like packing up this house. So I will finish 3D modeling them this week and then make it all interactive. This camera's not right. I want it to be maybe a bit more zoomed in. Zoom out my real camera so you can get a better idea of the framing. Maybe it would be good if it was zoomed in a bit more and like tilted this way so it's less bird's eye and more eye level. That could be cute. Okay, I'm gonna move on from this task for now. It's my freaking bedtime, so I'm gonna have to show you this scene tomorrow. But this is a scene that I've been working on for a couple of weeks, but I'm gonna try and finish it this week. Yeah, I will show it more tomorrow, but it's like a little birthday party scene. I'm gonna have to figure out how to show it tomorrow without like spoiling the whole thing because it's quite like a special part of the game. Like I really like it. I'm putting a lot of heart into it, and so I don't want to like show it all on camera. Look how nice the pool water is. The pool from like up above here looks so cool. Look, it's so cute. It's like a Game Boy Advance game. Let's see what's going on my little to-do list. Today wasn't the best day. I had my late start and then I went grocery shopping. But you know, I made a bit of progress. I didn't end up doing any more modeling, but that's okay. I'll probably do that like first thing tomorrow. Is it on my to-do list for tomorrow? Yes, it is. That's good. Look at this. I'm almost 3 months into doing my little daily stats. All right, I'm gonna go settle into bed. Good morning. It's now Wednesday. Woohoo! I got yesterday 2 different emails that I'm like really dreading replying to. One of the emails is probably going to take me like an hour to like get all of the stuff together for it, so I'm just like, ugh. But I really should do it like this morning before I do any work. Yeah, I'm gonna just try really hard and just power through with like all these props. I still have my sketchbook propped up, just being like, hey, friendly reminder, don't forget to do this. So I might try and finish those today and also keep working on that pool scene. And I'll show a bit more of that today because I kind of teased it last night. Oh, what the hell is going on with this Pikachu's face? Anyway, I think though before I start all of this, I will take Nene to the park. He looked at me just now as I said that. Hey Nene, do you want to go to the park? After a series of unexpected events today, we've decided to go out tonight and buy a Switch 2. It's 9 p.m. now. It's still Wednesday. I ended up having a pretty weird day. So I really did not get a lot done, unfortunately. The work that I did do was mostly like doing these 3D models. So yeah, I made a few more of these. I think I only need to make like one more, which is like a little pair of shoes. But yeah, they're pretty cute. I like these little glasses. They're gonna be cute. Oh, and I like this loaf of bread. And this is gonna be a jar of like Vegemite or jam or something. So yeah, I did that. And then, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna keep working on this scene. This is a scene that I don't want to completely spoil for the full game. So I've turned off some of the objects that would appear here, but this is a little birthday party scene. Most of the art of the game is done, but it's just, I'm finding all these little things that like I put placeholders in, and now I'm like having to go back and like fix them. Or like, you know, actually do the art. So one of them is you can go into this little room, and yeah, at the moment it's literally just like a plane. It's just like, all I've done was like set up, you know, entering and exiting this area, but it's gonna be, originally I was thinking like this would be a little like recreation room. Like it would have a couple of arcade machines and a little pool table. But then I was thinking, well, if I'm gonna have those things, it would be cool if they're interactable, and then that's just like getting a bit out of scope. I guess they could just be like static objects, but I think I'm gonna make this like a little change room area, like just like a little hall, and then there's like closed doors for like the stalls. It sounds so gross just thinking about it. Like, you know, when you go to a public pool and like the change rooms are so moist and yucky to be in, and you just want to get changed as quickly as possible. Yeah, I think that's the kind of vibe that I want to bring to my game. We ended up buying a Switch 2 today, so I'm gonna go downstairs and see what that's all about for an hour or two, and then tomorrow we're gonna work on this scene. So we're now up to Thursday. My voiceover in these original clips got kind of garbled, so I'm doing this after the fact. On Thursday, I was having some struggles. I had a headache for most of the day, like just really persistent headache behind the eyes, so I didn't get to work until 4:45. It wasn't the best day, but you know, I still just tried to show up for myself and for my game and get a little bit done, because it all adds up. So what I'm doing here is I'm animating Holly and Bede on the beach, and I sort of showed this a bit in my last vlog, but when I'm animating a scene where the characters are like in an environment and they're doing sort of bespoke animations specific to a certain scene, I will set up the environment itself in Blender. I have like a master file with all of the environment assets for the game, and then I will place the characters in and yeah, start animating them. A lot of the times the characters will sort of react to their environment, like, you know, they'll put their hand on something or they'll be looking at something. So I have to do things this way rather than like creating a bunch of stock animations or something like that, that I can just reuse over and over. Like I go and make specific animations for specific scenes. So that's just what I'm doing here. It takes a long time and I'm not the best animator, so a lot of the times they look a little wonky, but it's part of the charm. It's a big part of the soul of the game, I feel. I have something cool to share. I have a new music track to preview for you, courtesy of Surf Club's composer, Ellie Rainsbury. They provided a new track for you to listen to. This is a draft of one of the tracks, so this exact version you're going to hear won't be in the final game, but we really like it nonetheless, and I hope you'll enjoy listening to it. I just did a couple of hours of animation work, which was my goal for today, to just work on animation, so I'm very happy about that. And I just super quickly, probably only spent 20 minutes on it, but I just set up the beginnings of this room. Oh, I haven't really fixed the camera. It's probably gonna only take me like another hour to finish it. I just gotta make like doors and like some signs and stuff. But this is like a little like change room area. It's not like interactable or anything, but it's just, you know, having this whole part of the game a bit more fleshed out, I suppose. I'm gonna like work out maybe a position for the camera so that there's never like an invisible bit here. I don't know. Yeah, maybe something like this. Oh, you can still see it a bit. I'll play around with it. But yeah, there's gonna be a door here. And then you'll be able to exit. Yeah. This room is seriously just like nothing. It's gonna be just so simple, and there's no like significance. It's just an area that you walk in and out of. I also have a meeting tonight at 8:30 p.m. I think I'm gonna postpone it just because I've had like a bit of a persistent headache. There shouldn't be any issues there. But yeah, glad I eventually was able to get a few things done today. It's Friday morning and I'm about to go out. I'm gonna get lunch with a friend today, and then I'm gonna work in the afternoon. I'm wearing one of my favorite t-shirts. Isn't it cool? What is up, you guys? Would you like to be in the vlog?
Yeah, I'll be in the vlog. Hi, viewers.
Yoo-hoo. I just got home from the city not long ago, and now I'm gonna work for, I'm thinking 4 hours. It's 3 p.m. now, and then I'm gonna play Procopia because I ended up starting a save file last night, and I got super into it, and so the thought of playing it at the end of the day is really motivating me. Oh, hello, Nene. Oh, good boy. Give it a good sniff, Nene. He's gonna immediately hop off my lap. Or maybe not. Hey, Nene, what's this? Nene, what's this? What's this? Oh. I'm gonna keep working on the scene that's at the pool. I feel so dumb for like picking a task for this week when I knew that I wanted to vlog. Picking a task that I don't want to show on camera. But anyway, I'm gonna keep working on that, and then I'm gonna also, I think I could do the textures for those 3D models, and then that task is like done. I think that would be really satisfying to complete. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself 4 hours and then I'm gonna play Procopia. By the way, what I will show is the zoomed out view of this area. So this is a resort in the town in Olive Bay. Opal Resort. And there's a vacancy, so that's handy. Yeah, I really like it. You don't go inside in the game, but it does have this cool outdoor area, which I quite like. I put a lot of time into it, making it just right. And you can see over here, I've turned off a lot of the objects to not spoil it, but I've set up this little party scene. We've got a couple of, you know, iconic Australia moments going on here. Yeah. So I finished modeling all those little props that I was working on. They're pretty cute. All I have to do now is just fix up some of the textures. You can see some of them are incomplete. These are going to be instant ramen, so I need to draw little textures. And I think I'm going to do that on my iPad. And I mean, not a lot of them need any more detail on the textures, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So yeah, I guess this week I worked on this scene a bit more. I did these props, and I also worked on the house being in the unpacked state. If you remember this, a bit of a throwback to Monday or Tuesday. Probably not the most productive week, like game development wise, but I know for a fact that next week is going to be lighter on the admin-y side of things, so that's good. I hope you enjoyed watching my work week. This particular week, it was okay. I wish that I got more done. I was still kind of having some trouble sleeping here and there. Nene, can you just wait 5 seconds? But overall, I made progress, and that's all that matters. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be back sometime soon. Bye!